we got
the shrimp.
Bring it up. Good.
Bring it up.
Oh, what?
Yeah, see, it gets out of that skin.
That's not a shrimp. That's
I'm just
else.
calling it desert shrimp. It's science.
Is that real?
It's the chicken of the Burning Man salt flats.
That's real?
Yes.
It's manna from heaven.
Yes.
It's not all that whole area was underwater.
Oh my God! Why are you throwing this up?
Oh!
What the hell is that?
That's what's growing out of the mud.
That's like that movie Life when that thing was so small.
Yeah.
Real life.
And killed everybody.
Yeah. That is so weird because it's like a desert. Yeah, all that was underwater. It's like...
Yeah, because of mud. I think they probably live, and then I don't know what happens to the water. But Burning Man is guided by 10 principles, which is kind of funny, including radical inclusion, decommodification, leaving no trace, and by the way, self-reliance, though pretty tough to do when there's drizzle. And I get it. Look, obviously these people should have fun, but here's the thing. Elon Musk did say that Burning Man is Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is Burning Man because they want to actually, they're going out in this bohemian atmosphere of artists, and the tickets are like $575 per person, $140 per vehicle, but there are 5,000 low-income tickets offered at $225.
I'm one of those low-income people.
Yes.
You have a special badge you have to wear?
Well, here's the thing. When it's based on this inclusion and utopian ideals and community, why were they so unprepared? You can comment below. Either there's a windstorm every year, or occasionally you get rain, but it's kind of prepare for one of the two.
Did you see the ones where there were the fire tornadoes?
Yes.
Basically came up. That wasn't this year. I think it was last year or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you not see this as a sign from God?
Yeah.
Fire tornadoes, now a flood. What? Firstborn, is that next? Like,
Yes.
what do we do?
I half expected Howard Long to show up. Fire.
Everybody kind of chuckled like, I'm waiting
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
There, that was all we have. Like, hey, you're buff and you can now.
By the way, before we move on that last principle, leave no trace. How does that work with dead bodies? Policy.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to the earth. It's one of the great ones in recycling. That's where I love to dump my Algerian miners. That's where I
It
love
was just some specific knife wielding.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to leave the last. That's my perspective. Now, speaking of which, let's go into Elon Musk. So I do have a question for you. Do you think that Elon Musk is, what percentage as far as good, faith, freedom loving versus bad? Maybe he's still trying to make changes to bad things that happen. I think he's the next. So we're going to do in a second, you're going to good Elon bad. Now, I'm glad that he took over Twitter.
Yeah.
Not necessarily thrilled with the people who are running Twitter who aren't necessarily him. So let me first set this up with this clip. The ADL spokesperson, Jonathan Greenblatt, who was sort of, I guess, browbeating Twitter, calling them out for allowing the spread of, quote, hate on his platform. Here is the lesser.
This is when they operated a new CEO X on Twitter 15 hours ago, posting this big spreadsheet on platform safety are not at odds. Well, possible. That certainly seems to contradict what we're seeing on almost all of these services. They announced their reorg at X yesterday, and now Lee is in charge of trust and safety. And that's a good thing, because she understood how to handle these issues, I believe, at NBC Universal. But the truth is that what we're seeing on Twitter, X, today is really alarming.
Really, it's alarming the lesser Xavier. What? That's the style that he's going to. He really is trying to go for the Charles Xavier, just roll it in. I'm sensing white men on a platform. This must end.
Thanks, Chip.
I've never seen any hate on Twitter. Not one.
Yeah, really?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Look, it's part of, and I don't, by the way, that's why we say it's a live show Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. We make all the references available. I am telling you, I think that social media, just like porn today in the digital, is horrible for your brain. I don't like the scrolling algorithm culture where everything is 10 seconds. Yes. That's not good for kids, just to be clear. We used to sit down and watch television at a certain time, and they would say TV would rot your brain. Turns out that wasn't the case. TV actually expanded imagination. Certainly films, but you would sit down, set a time, and pay attention. Now people are watching television while they're on their phone scrolling for something more interesting, and it's never as interesting as you hope that it will be, and so you need a new app, because Facebook wasn't enough. Right? Twitter gross exaggeration, but actually not. It's a slight exaggeration.
Like a fine.
So let's get into X. Sorry, Twitter. I'm going to speak on that. Here's Google Evil. Okay. So this weekend, Elon Musk he went on a crusade against the ADL, the Association for killing Twitter's algorithm. Here's some of the tweets we sent. Since the acquisition, the ADL has been trying to kill this platform by falsely accusing it and me of being anti-Semitic. Our U.S. advertising revenue is still down 60%, primarily due to pressure of advertisers by the ADL. That's what the advertisers tell us. So they almost succeeded in killing X or Twitter. And just to be clear, I can tell you this from firsthand experience. That is absolutely true. So when people say, oh, you're free to say whatever you want, it's not a violation of the First Amendment. If the government isn't doing it, well, first off, it's Section 30, and these companies receive massive tax breaks and outright subsidies from the government. But even worse than that is when you have cancel culture is not just about someone saying something and people being offended. It's about people in power like the ADL, or like the companies that advertise on YouTube and Google, by the way, largely ABC, Disney, NBC, Universal, I get the most confused, Comcast, Time Warner, so they get to dictate what is permissible and what is not. When people get together and declare what you say offensive, they can shut off the advertising revenue, even though the audience doesn't find it offensive. That's when you have effectively what is a big tech oligarchy in the government, and that's what we've done monthly. We don't make a dime off of YouTube, to be clear, off of the Google advertising on these videos. It's entirely funded by viewers like you and a couple of sponsors, because it's not about people being offended. It's about advertisers putting pressure so that they can remove what they don't like. Tucker Carlson should have been making the most amount of revenue on Fox News humanly possible. He wasn't. Not because of the audience, but because of the advertisers and ESG and BlackRock and Vanguard. It's not market forces when it's beholden to international government.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that Elon got right early on. He said we have to go away from this advertiser-centric model, because if you do stay with that model, you're always going to be beholden to advertisers. And so the government's a big enough problem by itself, probably the biggest problem. Right there, though, is advertisers getting together and basically saying, hey, we're just going to remove money.
Yeah.
Go create your own thing. Fantastic. Nobody's going to advertise on it. None of the big players, at least, right? You're going to have to go and get all these other people. That's why you have to move away from that. That's why Mugshot exists.
Right. Well, I can tell you a lot of conservative companies aren't allowed to advertise at all.
I know.
They're just barred from it. I've been on both sides, where we at one point made revenue on YouTube, and then I also tried to advertise. And they said, no. Well, wait a second. I'd like to advertise in these conservative channels that you are telling. You're telling them that no advertisers want to advertise. I say, yeah, but we can't actually do that kind of targeting for you. I go, oh, okay, but you can do Drag Queen Story Hour on Ben Shapiro's YouTube channel? I'm just saying, whatever. They're never matched up properly. It wasn't Ben's fault, but still, of course, it's not. I'm just saying, if you allow liberal companies, leftist companies, international conglomerates, you allow them to advertise,
right,
and you don't allow the right-leaning mom and pop, well, then all of a sudden you can say, there's no revenue in conservative content. And it's not true. There are more of you than them. There are just more of them in positions of power, and it's really easy to grease those palms when you work for government. By the way, that includes Republicans, because they want to be permanent hires or anything. So Elon, by the way, even threatened to sue the ADL. He said, this can be
This Elon thing, I can't quite hear it. It doesn't sound like Elon.
So if this continues, we will have no choice but to file defamation suit, ironically, against the Anti-Defamation League. If they lose the defamation suit, we will insist that they drop the anti part of their name, since obviously, well, I don't think it's obvious, but
That's enough unit.
yeah. And is he doing this? And he would say, for the Jews, because according, by the way, to the ADL, even specifically pushed to shut down accounts like TikTok. Of course, Haya runs that over there. It is Jewish persuasion. I don't know how to say it where it doesn't sound. I feel like Jew. Like she's a Jew. But I mean, she's Jewish. She is Jewish. She's very open about being Jewish, and I think that they're because she's a Jew. Let's just go with you.
We did it in a good way.
So Elon even agreed that with TikTok, that releasing communications between X, Twitter, and the ADL would be in the public interest at this point. Hey, we need to know what's going on. Right? He said, great point. That giant data dump would clear the air. Well, just do it. Just do it. And here's the thing. You don't know about the ADL. There's a Southern Property Law Center in the ADL, and they determine everything on big tech as far as what there's community guidelines, there's advertiser-friendly guidelines, and then there's borderline content guidelines. And this is what we always in the following. create guidelines, and I said, that's fine, you don't have to, we don't expect to make money anyways. And they said, we're going to create new borderline guidelines, and then we're going to, it became a game of cat and mouse. But now on Rumble, we don't care. So a big part of what determines that is Southern Poverty Law Center, ADL, these organizations who, by the way, file large evangelical Christian churches.